Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us for another virtual Lunch and Learn scam seminar. So today our scam topic is about online shopping scams. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of people definitely use online shopping apps and websites very frequently as a way to purchase items they need for themselves and their families. It's very easy to do. If you just have a credit card, you can, and an internet connection, you can buy almost anything online. However, this is very easy for scammers to have access to as well, and they can easily scam you out of your money through these online purchases. So how does this happen? So there's a couple of ways that they use online shopping as scams. So first is that they have an ad out on social media or through an email or a text message, and they get you to click on it and make a purchase, and you never receive that merchandise. You're out that money. Sometimes you can challenge those things with your credit card provider, but not always, especially if you've used a debit card or another form of payment like PayPal. Another option that scammers use a lot is recreating ads for familiar brands and then taking you to fake websites that recreate their actual website, using their logos and their products and getting you to put your information in there. They also use this to take your information and reuse it as well. So it's definitely something to be mindful of. So, how do you prevent being scammed for online shopping? So first of all, if the deal looks too good to be true, it probably is. Oftentimes they'll be pushing buy now, sale ends in today, or this is a one-time offer on this exclusive item, or it's something that's a popular product right now that's trending on TikTok or another social media platform, or that it's a very seasonal item. And they really will be pushing it hard that you should buy now, you can get it cheap, that type of stuff. If it's a price if you look up what other prices are for that same item on other websites and it's significantly lower, that's definitely a sign that it's probably a scam because they're pushing that price so low. Um, Also, before purchasing, Google the company itself. They might have some unique website names and might not be a legitimate website. Look them up, see if they have the term scam or complaint, and Googling those things. Also, click around the website. So, a frequent thing we see with online shopping scams is when they have these fake websites, they only have them up for a couple of days, and try to get as much money out of them as they can before they delete the website and company profiles on social media completely. Um, but check around the website, see what other types of products they're offering. If it's you're looking at it to buy, like, let's say clothing or a dress or something like that, and you open it up and you look at the other items for sale, and there's like frying pans and a random cleaning item, like, and not a lot of other things in the store, that's a big red flag that this is probably a fake website that's going to disappear after you send the money. All right, so we have our example here of the USPS, which they do have an online store. But this ad is promoting their Forever stamps. They're on Christmas sale. They have all the styles. It's 50% off. Stamps have been going up in prices. I believe this month in July, they had a increase again up to 73 cents. So to get a deal on stamps would be really cool. However, this is a scam. So obviously you can see that there's 50% off. The post office does not do discounts or deals on their stamps throughout the year. That's not something that they do. It's a standard price throughout the year, unless they're doing one of those increases. You can also take a look at the website. It's uspsonlinestore.com. It's just USPS.com when you're actually looking at that resource. So it's definitely something to take a look at and say, hey, is this actually something or not? A little Google search would find that a number of the stamps that are photographed on here are no longer available. So it's something that it's clearly something to be mindful of who is providing this ad. Now, one of my team members is very into Bombas socks for her family and really enjoys them. And so seeing a discount or holiday sale is a really cool thing. Looks pretty legitimate. Um, it's got the logo and everything on it, a clearance sale. However, if we take a step back before clicking on this link, you'll notice that the Facebook page itself is not the correct page for Bombas socks, as well as looking at the logo, there's a little bit of a change with the logo there. And the website it's going to send you to when you click the Shop Now link is bombnewsock.com. So, and that's not the legitimate Bombas website. Um, and just a quick Google search can help clarify that this is not an actual sale that's happening. But you might notice on the bottom there's likes and comments and shares and stuff on this post. That's because the scammer is trying to make their posts look more legitimate. So they will use bots or other fake accounts to like and share and comment on their pages so that it looks like it's a legitimate ad. Now, this one is an email that was received. And so it says it's a survey from Dick's Sporting Goods. Answer and win, Yeti Cooler. Participate for a free prize and things like that. So oftentimes we get these after you shop somewhere. However, this is a great way for scammers to get your information, either to sign you up for an unwanted subscription or to just take your data from you in that way and have you give up your personal information. As you can see that the email is from Yeti Cooler. So not from Dick's Sporting Goods as it's spelled. And the actual word out of the email address is not correct either. And also the Dick's Sporting Goods, their logo isn't on there very prominently. It doesn't look like one of their legitimate ads that they would have. And especially if you haven't bought anything from Dick's Sporting Goods or in Kohl's or any other website, that's something to be mindful of. We generally encourage people to not sign up for these just because they can be a scam. Speaking of Kohl's, this one is another one. So it's got the Kohl's logo. Brand new Ninja air fryer is yours to win. Um, looks pretty cool. However, again, looking at the actual email, it's from Kohl's department. Again, they would say from no reply or from sales or things like that. They wouldn't necessarily have Kohl's department on it. And then the email itself is a bunch of jumble letters and words too. So it's one of those things that it's clear that that is a fake email address. And so it's not a legitimate drawing to enter. And you can also see that the brand name is also just like the Dick's Sporting Goods is a little bit off. That's something we see a lot with these types of scams. They're able to pull those images off the internet and recreate those logos. However, they might just have it slightly adjusted. So that's something to be keeping an eye out for. And next, another thing to keep an eye out for is if you are on a website and you're like, I think this is a legitimate item, this is what I want to pay for, take a look at your payment methods and just be a little bit wary of ones that are asking you to use PayPal or another method of payment that's non-traditional. You can kind of see with these two examples that they have listed out that they have these different credit cards and stuff are accepted. But you can see that, especially like the one on the right, Visa and the MasterCard symbol are kind of off the brand design and they're kind of mixed together. So that's something to just be aware of how that works and just be mindful about where you're putting your credit card information in. All right. Well, thank you again for joining us today. Next week, we will be covering social media and charity scams. And we look forward to having you back to learn more about these types of scams.